Good day. So I'm here to tackle about type of business according to activities. First, we have three types of business activities. First one is service business, second is merchandising, and third one is manufacturing. So first is service business. Service business is the simplest type of business which performs service for a fee to a client or customer. It is a type of business which does something instead of giving something to consumer. So, kaning service business, siya ang pinaka-simple sa tulong ka business activities. So, kaning service business is mag-provide ng service sa iyong client instead of maglatag of something like product. Ang ilang giving o gibayan nito is imong provided sila of service. So, we have this advantages of service business. First one is simple to organize. It does not require many documents in order to be established. It can be started with a phone or very little equipment. So, ang service business is simple na siya nga i-organize or i-establish. Kaya hindi na siya kailangan pa o daghang mga requirements sa cellphone maka-sugod or maka-establish na ka sa service business. Second is no inventory is needed. There is no need to maintain a warehouse. What is needed are skills and personal service. So, no need na siya mag-inhanglan o warehouse or kanang budiga. Important needed na dyan niya is ang person skills. Third one, business capital is needed. It does not require huge capitalization as compared to merchandising and manufacturing company. So, gamay ra kapital na magamit sa service business. Hindi na siya magkinahanglan pagdako nga kapital. Unlike sa merchandising and manufacturing na magkinahanglan jud ka og dako kapital para gamiton ang mga. So, and then also we have disadvantages of a service business. First one is difficult in valuation. A service business is harder to value than a manufacturing or retail company. Those businesses have inventory equipment and other hard assets that have value. So, service business is difficult to put siya i-value. Right? Lahi siya sa manufacturing and retail company na ay mga hard assets or mga inventory equipment na gamit. Second is difficult to raise capital. It requires a track record of service revenue and some reliable revenue projection to convince investors. Most of the time, expenditures will come from the pocket of the owner. So, service business is difficult to raise capital. Okay. Ang pinakakuha niya is most of the time, di kadit ang capital sa pocket or sa owner. So, third one is demand cutback. In difficult economic times, consumer usually cut back on service. They focus on products they need to survive and prosper, and service are often looked upon as extra. So, kaning demand cutback is kanan siyang nagkinahanglan ta ka sa service pero wala na lang ka imong gi-save ang imong money. So, for example, ani is kanang magkinahanglan ka sa imong birthday in taon mo cater. Kay para nindot ang mga design, mga skirting inana. Unya kay paminaw mo kabalo ra mo kang skirting or mo design. So, wala na lang nimo gipadayon nga magpa-cater ka kay para mo ma-save imong kwarta. So, 5 features of service. First one is intangibility. A service is something cannot be touched or handled. It cannot be transported, stocked, manufactured, mined, and sold. So, ang service, dili siya makita, dili siya ma-touch. Dili siya pareho sa kanang mapalit ka og product na imo siyang ma-touch ang imong gipalit nga product. Second is perishability. A service provided is not something to be stored for future use. Once the provider show. For example, ang perishability is kanang service like kanang magpa-pedicure and manicure ka and salon or magpa-straight ka, magpa-reband ka sa imong buhok. So kana siya nga kuan nimo is madili na siya mag-long last. Mahanaw ra na siya. Muna siya yung perishability. Third is inseparability. A service provider must deliver the service at the time of consumption. Thus, service can only delivered and consumed when the provider is present. So inseparability is kana na siyang kuan. Ang provider mismo, deliver siya sa iyang service as sa time na i-consume sa consumer. Gana. Like for example, kanang sa hotel, kay guest. Gana. Tapos mo check-in siya o room and then kinahanglan ang provider is mo-servisyo jud siya sa iyang guest nga kung kano sa pa ang iyang guest sa anak room. So, fourth is inconsistency. The service provided is never exactly the same as the previous or future ones. So, kani siya is kanang imong pag-provide sa imong serbisyo or service is dili same sa future or sa kanang mga niagi ko. Like for example, is naa kay client or customer nga murag feel nimo nga nindot siya mamurma or nindot iyang mga suot, imong pag-serbisyo or pag-serve nila is nindot pod ingana. And then pagkasunod is na ang ka-client na pud ka or nagka-customer na pud ka o kanang simple ra man namit ingana. So imong pag-serve nila murag lahi sa katong niagi nga nindot imo jud silang gi-servisyohan og sakto. Ingana siya murag inconsistent imong pag-servisyo or pag-serve. Last one is involvement. In a service business, consumer and provider participate in its provision. So, sa service business, ang consumer and then ang provider ang participate sa service business.
Types of service business. So, number one is professional services. So, professional services, there are 3 services. One is technical services. These are the services provided by special skills like the barbers, plumbers, program developer, hair groomer, computer technician, dentist, doctors, car mechanics, and many more. So, technical services is kani nga serbisyo kinahanglan kini siya og special skills or kahanas sama sa barbers, plumbers, doctors, and dentists og uban pa. So, ang ikaduha is legal services. These are the services by lawyers to handle legal matters. So, kini nga serbisyo kinahanglan kini og legal nga serbisyo sa mga lawyers nga mo handle ani nga matter. So, ang ikatulo is accounting services. These are services provided by the accountants in preparing financial statements, auditing, taxation, management consultancy, financial management, and budgeting. So, accounting services is muna ang serbisyo nga provide sa mga accountants na mo nag-prepare sa mga financial statements, auditing, taxation, and pag-manage sa management consultancy ding pag-manage sa mga financial o pag-budget. So, ang ikaduhang types of service business is financial services. Ang una ni is finance services. These are the services provided by banks, cooperatives, credit unions who accept deposits and lend money to the depositors or members. It also includes companies who issues financial securities such as bonds, stocks, commercial papers, and other more. So, financial services, ang finance service daw is kini nag-provide ang mga bangko provided by banks, ang mga cooperatives, credit unions, o mag-accept sad ni og depositors or lend money sa mga membro. So, it also includes companies so issues financial securities include such as bonds, stocks, commercial papers, and other more. So, ikaduha is insurance services. A service that gives protection against losses. Insurance services are contracts to protect properties such as houses, furnishings, and vehicles against loss, for reimbursement of healthcare loss, and to provide death benefits to designated beneficiaries for life insurance policy holders. So, insurance services gives protections sa mga nawadaan, or insurance services are protect property such as house furnishings and vehicles against loss, katong mga sama sa healthcare costs, and provide death benefits sa mga beneficiary nga kinahanglan sa life insurance or policy holders. So, ang ikatulo is real estate services. The services provided negotiates and arrange real estate transactions. The duties include writing contracts and overseeing transactions for sale and purchasing activities on homes, lands, and commercial properties. So, real estate services now is nag-negotiate or nag-arrange ng real estate transactions or duties, including writing contracts, overseeing construction sa pagbaligya or purchase sa mga activities sama sa yuta, balay, or commercial properties. Transportation services. First is information services. This provides information to the public or to the specific companies, industries, or group of people. So, information services daw is hindi nag-provide of information sa pampubliko or sa kumpanya, industries, or groups of people. So, ang ikaduha, publishing services. Publishing books, company, or do the review of submitted manuscripts, layout, design, provide cover art and jacket copy, print the physical book, promote the book, manage the royalties and income from the book, and pay the author periodically. So, ang publishing services daw is muna nag-publish sa mga books or kumpanya nga nag-review of submitted manuscripts, layout, mga disenyo, provide cover art and jacket copy. So, print nga physical book or promote mo ay nag-promote sa mga libro, manage the royalties and income from the book, and nagbayad sa author periodically. So, third is broadcasting services. A private-owned station, channel, network, or services providing programming to the public supported by the sale of airtime to advertiser for radio or television advertisement during or in breaks between programs, often in combination with cable or pay cable. So, broadcasting services is a private-owned station or station, channel, network, or service provided sa programming para sa publiko. Supported by the sale of airtime to advertisers sa radio or television or advertisement during or in breaks between programs, often in combination with cable or pay cable. Operating cycle service business. No, the different types of businesses. The service business has the simplest operating cycle. Simply because service business does not maintain inventory similar to a merchandising and manufacturing company. So, ang service business kuno is simplest operating cycle. Kay nga lang simple kay service business wala daw siya nag-maintain of inventory sama sa merchandising and manufacturing company. So, operating cycle is the time it takes for the company to render the service, collect cash, pay for the expenses, and back again to rendering a service. Revenue is generated once a service is provided, then pays their operating expenses to determine their net income or net loss. So, operating cycle is the service collect cash or pay for the expenses, back again to rendering a service, receive cash, pays operating expenses. So Kani nga operating cycle is nagbalik-balik na siya gikan sa render services, cash receives, I receives cash, pay operating expenses, then back again sa render services. A service business relies heavily on the skill of the human resources. In order to succeed in this kind of business, the service provided has to constantly update the skills and competence needed. A service business relies heavily on skill or hanas of the human resource in order to para ma-successful kini nga business kinahanglan kini nga mag-provide of skills and constantly updated skills and competence needed. So revenue computation or of service business. For a service company, revenues are received in exchange for the cost of service rendered. To compute for the net income, we have service revenue, less operating expenses, and net income. So, the service revenue should be inclusive of the markup on the cost of the service. Thus, if a service company has a cost of 100 pesos, then the charge per service must be higher than 100 plus any consideration for other expenses such as rent, supplies, utilities, and other necessary expenses to render the services. So, revenue services, ay service revenue daw is kinahanglan kang mo mark up ang imuhang cost para ang imong company ay para ang imong kumpanya naa siya higher expense para imong kumpanya nga motaas ang profit. For example, ang kumpanya is naa siya nga cost nga 100 pesos. Then that ang imong i-charge ana is per service is kinahanglan mas taas po siya sa 100 or any consideration for expenses sama sa pagrenta, so mga supplies, mga utilities, and other necessary expenses to render the service kanang motaas ang imuhang kita ana nga serbisyo.
Merchandising business. Unlike service business, merchandising business has an actual transferring of tangible goods from the seller to the buyer. The business is conducted by the buying finished goods and sell them in the same form. It is rarely that the seller will add some features to the product, otherwise it is already a manufacturing business. So, merchandising business has an actual transferring of tangible goods from the seller to the buyer. So it means actual transferring, meaning kanang makita nimo, and then tangible goods, from the word tangible, kanang imuha jud actual jud nimo, makita nimo, mahikat nimo. Unlike the service business, ang service business is dili siya product imong ginabaligya kundi ang imuhang, for example, of service business like mga spa. So that's an example of service business. So a merchandising business is kanang product jud kay mo makita. And then a merchandising business recognizes revenue upon the merchandise. A good example of this is a national bookstore whose line of merchandise ranges from school and office supplies. So example of merchandising business is a bookstore. So ang bookstore kanang palito na nila, for example, ng mga libro, ilahan ng paliton, and then ibaligya sa mga ibaligya sa mga schools and office or mga supply office.
Advantages of a merchandising business. So first, we have unlimited profit. As compared to a service business, a merchandising business may generate unlimited profits. Since it involves selling, it can cater as many clients as it can. So unlimited profit. So merchandising business is unlimited profit. It's because from the word unlimited, dili siya limitado. Ang profit nga mag-gain mo ana kay because ang product daghan, for example, daghan kang napundo ang mga product, so dili siya mo stop ang imuhang business kay kung naa na kay product sa gapagabawas ka sa imong product mo pud ang pag-gain sa imong profit, so dako ang imong profit nga mag-gain ana. And next, number 2, it is easier to value. The merchandise both has a value upon purchase. Therefore, it is not too difficult to put a markup price on the merchandise. So, it is easier to value. So, dali siyang mabalihon kay tungod kay ang merchandising business tungod ka actual siya. So, ang imuhang adili siya lisod nimo nga pagbaligya for pagdagan anong business. Number 3, it is easier to expand. As compared to a service business, a merchandise business has an unlimited chance to expand locally and internationally. So, here an example. So, kung naa kay baligya nga, for example, baligya ka o ay naa kay coffee shop. So, the more dali siya mo pa, the easier to expand siya kay kung na kay coffee shop, for example, dali ka nga branch sa Mabinay, pwede kang put o branch sa Bayawan. So, dali siya ma-expand hangtod nga madako dyan ang imuhang business.
So, let's move on. Let's go to the disadvantages of merchandising business. So first, it is more capital needed. As compared to service business, a merchandising business needs more capital and space for the selling of merchandise. So, more capital needed. So, of course, kinanglan jud ka ang tangible goods man ay merchandising business, more capital jud ang needed mo. Ara mo palit ka sa mga materials kay mo kinanglan para bubaligya ka o mo bagama kag product, and then o finished product ka pud imong paliton, kinanglan gyapon ka og capital kay ug unsa pa imong idugang sa finished product na imong ibaligya. So, number 2, it is prone to theft. So, having a product that is tangible makes it prone to theft, especially small items, merchandise are easily kept in the packets or bag used by the employee. So, dali siyang makawat. Hi, for example, sa upvote, sa mga baligyaan o mga earrings and jewelry. So, dali siyang makawat, delikado siya kay kanang mga gabaligya sa kanang mga face lady. Basig dali nilang kuhaon ang imuhang baligya. Kaya sa mga gabantay sa imuhang product, kay for example, kanang mga jewelry, dali lang masulod sa packet, kaya gagmay raman ang imuhang items na yung baligya. So, dali siya sa pagkawat. And then, number 3, needs more internal control. A merchandising business needs more people than a service business. Thus, more internal controls is needed to conduct the business. So, need more internal control. Like sa upvote, kinanglan po siya ang internal control. So, sa bantay mo sa upvote, daghan siya mga sales lady or mga tabang anak para magpalambuan ang business. Kinanglan siya kay tungod nga dagako ang imuhang business, daghan imong items, so need jud ka og internal control. And number 4, more costly to operate. Unlike a service business, merchandising business requires fewer items to generate more sales. It also requires a warehouse for safety. Insurance is also necessary for the goods to avoid risk from fire. So mostly to operate, so kinahanglan jud siya og safe warehouse sa mga mga budiga. Kinahanglan jud siya ay para punduhan sa imong mga stock nga sobra sa imuhang ginabaligyan. In operating cycle in merchandising business. The operating cycle of merchandising business is longer than the service business, but shorter as compared to the manufacturing business. It starts with the purchase of merchandise, which is held for resale of the merchandise from customers of account, and then the purchase of merchandise again. So here's an example of the operating cycle in merchandising business. So first, you have your cash, and then
Purchase merchandise.
and then sell the merchandise. The next two, collect cash or receivables from sale of merchandise and back to cash. So, for example, sa imuha ni nagkuan ka na maligya ka cupcake. So, from sa imuhang cash, gipalit nimo purchase merchandise or nipalit ka o kanang mga ingredients nimo ana sa paggamaan ng cupcake. And then so kay naa naman kay finished product, imuha na sa siyang gisell the merchandise, so imuha na gibaligya imuhang product. And then collect cash or receivable from sale of merchandise, so imuha na gi-collect imuhang binta, and then ibalik na po siya sa cash.
Let's go here and the revenue computation of merchandising business. For a merchandising company to compute for the next income, we have sales, less cost goods sold, gross profit, less operating expenses, net income loss. So, let's just assume nga baligya ka og cupcake, ni bake ka og cupcake. So, for example, imuhang sales, ang sales kayo tong imuhang ang imuhang nagama ug pila siya kabo. So let's just assume nga ang imuhang nagama is 100 kabuok. So 100 siya kabuok, dayon gibaligya nimo sa price nga tag cheese. So wala siya. Ang imuhang nagama is 100 kabuok ka cupcake. Then, ang 10 is ang imuhang price ng ang presyo sa cupcake na tag-usa-usa. And then, let's go here in the less cost goods sold. So, ang less cost goods sold is pila ang inahalin sa imuhang gibaligya. So, let's just say nga ang imuhang nahalin sa imuhang baligya is 75 kabuok ang nabakal sa 100 nimo kabuok ang gibaligya. Dayon, i-times nimo siya sa times na po nimo sa imuhang 10 is ang 10 ni siya kay ang presyo sa imuhang cupcake. And then sa gross profit, ang gross profit nimo is ang imuhang profit, imuhang binta nimo sa imuhang pagbaligya. So kay sa 100 ka buok ng cupcake, 75 ra ang napalit. So 75 i-times nimo siya sa imong price sa imuhang cupcake nga tag cheese. So, mahimo siyang 750. And then, sa less operating expenses. Ang less operating expenses ni siya, mao ni siya ang imuhang nagasto sa imuhang pagpalit o sa imong pagpalit sa imong paggama sa pagbaligyan mo cupcake. So, ang less operating expenses nimo, let's just say nga ang imuhang nagastos ana sa paggama nimo is 500. So, wala siya 500. And then, sa net income loss, from the word loss, ang imuhang wala na hanin sa imuhang baligya o ang bilin nga kwarta dapat nga imuhang profit unta ka, so wala na palit. So, ang nabili niya is, so sa 100, sa 25 lang nakabuok ang napalit, ang bilin kay 25. So, 25 times 10 nga price is 250 ang imuhang kulang, kwarta dapat ni mo mag-gain. So, mauna siya ang imuhang loss. And then, sales are computed by multiplying the selling price per unit against the unit sold. If the firm sold 100 units with a selling price per unit of 100, the total sales are equal to 10,000. So, 100 times 100. So, mapula siya. So, sa sa pagbaligyan na to o cupcake, so dili talugi sa atong pagbaligya. Kay, kung i-times na nato ang atong ligama nga 100 times 10, so mahimo ni siyang 1,000. 1,000 ang imuhang mag-gain nga kwarta kung mahalin dyan ang tanan. So, kay ang imuhang nagastos is 500 ra. So, nakabawi dyan ka kay ang imuhang binta 750. So, ang imuhang gasto is
500. So nakapadjud kay bilin. So dili ra siya lugi.
Ayan, Betty May Bali, and this is my topic. And my topic is all about manufacturing business. So among the business activities, the manufacturing business is the most complicated. It has a longer process compared to merchandising business who buys only their product from a manufacturer or wholesaler. And a manufacturing business manufactures their product. They buy the basic raw materials, and transform them to a finished product for selling to the customer. The cost of the product manufactured consists of the cost of the raw materials, direct labor, and manufacturing needed to overhead process of the product. So, ang manufacturing business, complicated siya toward kay if magplano ka magtukod og manufacturing business, kinahanglan nimo i-consider nimo una ang raw materials kanang mga imong galamiton, and if kanang ganahan ka kanang paper mill kanang mo provide of paper or kuan, kinahanglan nimo nga i-consider nga kung lungtad ba jud ang kanang nga mao nga raw materials nga imong gamiton. Then, advantages of a manufacturing business. First is the higher profit. If the manufacturer can be a wholesaler and a retailer, higher profits are expected. So, ang manufacturing business, pwede siya mag-wholesale, then pwede siya mag-retail. Munang, dako ang iyahang mabinansya na kuan ang expected na profit. Then, the second is quality control. There are several quality inspections carried out to detect spoilage. So, kung mag-manufacturing business ka, ang advantage siya na siya katong QC, katong quality control. Kanang ma-check nila kung kuan ba, kanang ang inyong product, na ba siya kanang defect or errors. Then, third is lower cost of goods. Since the manufacturing firm is the one that manufactures the goods, the per unit cost of product is lower compared to a merchandising business. So, kanang kung ang manufacturing business, ang malitan, kanang kasagan, kanang sagalalingan o mais, kung ganahan ka makapalit o barato nga bugas or tahog, dito na lang ka palit kay sila may ga-manufacture atong or sila gagaling. So, di kanila ang maong bugas or tahog maong barato nga dili para sa merchandising business na mahal-mahal. The disadvantages of manufacturing business. First is capitalization cost. It requires a lot of money to buy machines, equipment, and facilities to carry out the production of goods. So, mga ito akong giingong diri na po. Example nga, if ganahan ka paper mill ka na mag-provide ng mga papers, manufacture sila papers. So, kinahanglan dyan na siya o mga machine, na mga galamiton para ma-provide ni mga product. Then, the second is longer operating cycle. Producing the goods takes a longer time than buying the finished goods. So, paning madugay din siya kay 1 month from sa pagpangita pala mandaan og raw materials, then kanang mga labor, kuan na din siya kanang dugay na din siya take time. Then inventory. There are plenty of inventories to be monitored. Like, there are raw materials inventory, work in process inventory, and finished goods inventory. So ang bukuan sa yung business, lalo na inventory mo itong mga raw materials na gamiton, itong kanang mga nagtrabaho, then katong mga product na nahumanan ninyo, kinahanglan po na inyong inventory. Mga sa disadvantage sa manufacturing. So, let's move on to factors to be considered to start a manufacturing business. So, listed below are the things to be considered before starting up a manufacturing business. So, first is capital. Manufacturing is a capital-intensive business. This involves the scope of operation and the nature of the business. So, kung magtukod ka o ka ng business, operating cycle of a manufacturing business. If the manufacturing company is a producer of vehicle, the following shall compose of the total manufacturing cost. So the first one is direct raw materials. These are the materials that can be conveniently traced to the vehicle. So katunis siya mga materials na makita ra dayon sa mao nga sakyanan kung ang mao nga produkto is producer of a vehicle. So the example is the steel, tires, and glasses. So kung direct materials, mo siya kanang makita dayon kanang imong ipalit ka kapalit og ligid kanang glass or kanang kanang steel sa imong sa akong sakyanan ma. Makita na lang sa imong mama. Bisag kung mupalit ka ano, bisag dili ka miingon nga mo ni akong gipalit, makita na lang sa imong mama. Kapalit di kog ligid dong ana glasses. Oh, mo na siya example sa direct raw materials. Then the second is direct labor. These are the salaries of personnel directly. These are the salaries of personnel working directly to manufacture the vehicle. So, mo ni siya katong mga sweldo, papalitan ka ng nagtrabaho sa bulkitan. Mo na siya or bulkitan ba? Ay, dili. Then, ang example sa direct labor is laborers of cutting, assembly, and finishing department. So, katulis sila nga gakat sa mga kanang mga furnish sa sakyanan, kanang gapa tsada sa mao nga sakyanan na sila direct labor. Then the factory overhead. These are the costs that cannot be conveniently traced to direct raw materials and direct labor. It can be categorized into indirect materials, indirect labor, and other costs. So, indirect materials, these are the lubricants, paints, screw, rubbers, foam, threads, and other materials to support the production process. Ang indirect, mo siya katong mga oils, katong mga pintal, katong mga screw, mo siya katong example sa indirect materials under sa factory overhead. Kaning factory overhead, kato na siyang dili siya dayon makita sa kanang kuan. Kanang kinahanglan pa palitan kung nagpa-change oil ka mo, kung dili ka bali mo mama mangutana dira sa asa na mo kwarta dong ana dili pala ani nga dita ani na nagkuan ka ligid makabalo na imong mga nagpailis dili ligid dong makita dayon ba makita sa ano pani dili factor overhead kanang dili siya makuan kanang ma-direct trace sa kuan. Then ano siya? Then indirect labor, these are the salaries of supervisors, managers, janitors, and security guards working in the vicinity of the manufacturing plant. So, kaning indirect labor, mo siya katong mga sweldo. So, no, kung dili sa direct materials, direct labor ang tawag sa sweldo sa mga kuan. Diri sa indirect labor, kato na siya ang sweldo sa mga supervisor, manager, janitors, and security. Then other costs, these are the depreciation expense of machines and equipment used in the production, property taxes, insurance, utilities, and overtime payments. So, ang depreciation, kato na siya mga gasto nga dili siya makita, then kuan, dili siya mga tax, then insurance, mga utilities, then katong mga balayran sa manufacturing business. Then the expenses are the amount of cash sacrificed other than those mentioned in the definition of cost of sales, such as administrative expense and selling expense. Yun siya katong mga kwarta nga kanang gibayad or kanang gigasto para sa administrative expense and selling expense. Ang administrative expense mo to katong sa mga administrative expense is an expenses related to general administration of the business. This includes salaries expense, utilities, interest, depreciation, or equipment, machine, and furniture and fixtures used in the administrative office and supplies.
So, kani administrative expense, muna siya ito mga expenses, kanang sa salary, itong mga sweldo, then kanang utilities, kanang kapitan ng mga guba nga suga, mga tuan, muna siya, dali na siya gibuha administrative din. Atong mga, kanang mga equipment, machine, and furnitures, and pictures, kanang mga bangko, sa mga panggamit sa mga administrative, sa mga trabahante, and mga supply. Then selling expenses are expenses directly related to generate sales. This includes commission, advertising, salaries, depreciation, or equipment, machine, and furniture and fixtures used in the sales of office, supplies, and utilities. So these expenses are the operating expenses. So, ang selling expenses, na po siyang ang inyong nagasto o sa ninyo na baligya ang mga produkto kanang inyong gibayad sa advertise, ga-advertise sa inyong product, ayun. Dire na siya yung pang-jump din. Cost and expenses are incurred as part of the operations in order to generate profits. Hence, the cost is the basis of markup. However, expenses should be considered in adding the markup to cover the operating expenses. Then this is the flow of funds in goods in a manufacturing business. So, ang primero, direct materials, direct labor, manufacturing, overhead. So, kung muna siya, diriga una ang process. Then, then finished goods. Muna siya, the final product is ready to sale. Then, ang sales inventory, muna siya ang ang finished goods, then ibaligya sa customer, then retail ba or wholesale, then maabot na siya dali sa accounts receivable. Then represents money owed to the business by customers who haven't yet paid for their purchases. Then siya accounts receivable. Then the collection of cash. Then siya wala pa na bayad o ang katong kuan wala pa ni kabayad ni accounts receivable. Siya then kaman ang collection of cash, collect nila ang mga cash mo na receive na nila ang sales sa finished goods. Then the last one is the cash. Muna siya yung final step cycle na represent sa money. Then kanang bayad sa dili na nila kuha ang bayad sa labor, cover sa dili na nila kuha ang manufacturing business nila nga kuan overhead.